Piece of paper. We have a pen.
Here we go. Thanks, Jerry.
Yeah.
If you wouldn't mind printing in for our note taker.
Are you?
Go ahead.
Hi.
Thank you.
So we're looking to build a small addition and a deck on the back of 78 Lowell Street. My in-laws are elderly and on the South Shore, so we're trying to build a one-floor accessible house for them. So we just need a little bit more room in the back to do an accessible bathroom and living room area for them.
Okay. So I just want to mention that we were able to get a site walk in. There's a few of us there that looked, and it's pretty straightforward. The land's more or less flat and very deep far back, and most of the work is right at the house, which is up at the street side near the sidewalk. So things didn't look like it would be too detrimental, but I'm sure somebody may have any questions, so I'll open it up to the commission. Any questions to start off with?
I would just make a comment that the wetland, the closest point, as far as I could tell, when the city's GIS was about 85 feet away. So, and it's flat, like you said, so I really don't have any issues.
Yeah, and I believe we did mention about maybe getting some wattles in and have them staked in at certain locations, so.
6-inch
And
wattles.
I don't know if you were able to look into that yet, but
Yep, I
as
let
the
my husband
process
know.
goes.
He's out of town right now, but,
Okay. As the process goes along.
yeah.
Yeah,
Is
we were-
there,
We were planning on looking into the tree program, and we saw what the deadlines were. So we are going to stick around, because I saw it was on the agenda later
Okay.
tonight. But I don't think we're going to be able to make the deadlines with the construction, because it
oh,
looked like
as
they
far
had
as planting?
yeah, and picking them up, so we're probably just going to end up buying our own trees
Okay.
after to
Okay.
plant.
All right, well, that's fine. Anyone on the commission, any other questions or concerns or comments?
Just one, Mr. Chairman, I'm just curious about, is there going to be any stockpiling?
Very minimal, and it'll be getting removed, because it's just going to be digging for the foundations, and then it's going to remain flat, so that'll be taken out of there.
I would assume that's going to be upwards, closer to the street as well, for ease
Yes.
of getting it in and out, so that's good. All right, well, any other comment?
I just have two quick comments. I
Malone?
think it seems like it's been addressed, the chairman had mentioned at the beginning that this is an RDA process, and you agreed in the RDA. I can see here that's been squared away, so that was just a clerical clarification. That's clear now, so that's good, that's been cleared up. And the second thing is, as I mentioned to you before, this is a very ambitious project, so I just want to let you know, I think it's going to be real good for the area, and I'm really happy you're doing it, and I wish you a lot of luck.
Thank you very much, I
Thank you.
appreciate it. I think it'll be definitely really good for my in-laws too, so,
Well
Blackland's a
deserved.
far way away, so that's a big ride.
yeah, exactly.
Well, if there's no other questions or comment, Jim?
Just one comment. I want to thank you for presenting the project. I think it's a great project, and I have to echo the same comment that Commissioner Malone said. It's ambitious, but I think it's going to be a real great addition to that neighborhood. So you have my support on it. I do have just a question on the trees, because we talked a little bit about were any other trees coming down, and I don't think we talked about what you were planning on putting in for planting trees. Is there any particular species that you're
We
looking
hadn't
at?
really looked into it yet. We were going to kind of get some input from our mother-in-law, get some input from everyone here, if there was something you were looking for, you know.
If I look at it from my perspective, if I was going to do something like this, and I know that there's a wetland that's right there, that whole area is bordered by wetland, and I thought maybe you look at some wetland species that might go good in there.
Absolutely.
That's all.
Absolutely.
That's a ways off, so we're gonna do, the
Yeah.
plan is to do the building, get my in-laws moved in, and then figure out how they wanna lay everything out, but we will be sure to check back in to the tree program. If not this year, it's every year, right?
Yes,
So.
yes, every
I
year.
don't think it would be anything feasible to do this year, but we could get that stuff in by next year.
That would be great.
So,
That's good. So then I'm going to open it up to anyone in the audience like to speak on this matter? Seeing none, then do we have any recommendations or motions?
Would you folks like to close the public hearing?
yeah, I think so, as long as there's nothing, yeah, perfect. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, I would move that we close the public hearing.
All right.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
And against? Or any conflicts? So the ayes have it.
Mr. Chairman, I would move that we issue a -3 determination of applicability for the project at 78 Lowell Street for a house addition and deck.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And abstentions?
Negative is good.
Thank you. I was like, I'm gonna write that down and look it up later. Thank you guys
So,
very much. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Thanks for coming in, and thanks for having us out to see it. Thank you.
Thank you for your support.
Okay, very good. We have to sign, right?
Yes.
That's all right. That's all right.
Cool, thank you.
Oh, thank you, Jerry. There you go. Thank you. You were away too, weren't you? Did you have a nice vacation? Did you have good weather? I'm jealous. Thank you.
All right, next on our agenda is Kevin Miller, under Public Hearings B, for Notice of Intent, DEP number 348-862 for Locust 4 McDevitt Drive, a house addition, garage, deck, and porch.
And, Mr. Vice Chairman, we did receive a request from the applicant to delay the opening of that hearing to our next meeting, which is April 25th.
Okay,
Chairman, I would move that we delay the public hearing for 4 McDevitt Drive, DEP number 348-862, to our April 25th meeting.
we have a motion
Second.
and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? The ayes carry. We will open that on our April 25th meeting at 6:30. All right. Was anyone here interested in that hearing by any chance? I don't know. It's in the back, no? Okay, just making sure. All right, now we're down to business items. We have the minutes of our March 14th meeting of 2024. I'm assuming everyone has had a chance to take a look at those. And if there's any comments or changes or additions to that?
Mr. Chairman, I was not at the meeting, so I will be abstaining.
Okay,
Same here.
okay, so we have, does anyone like to make a motion to?
Mr. Chairman, I would like to make a motion to accept the minutes of March 14th, 2014 as written.
Okay, we have
Second.
motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed and abstentions. We have 2 abstentions. Okay. All right, next on the agenda is, under business items B, minutes for our March 21st, 2024 meeting. Again, everyone's got a draft of that.
Do you have it? I missed it.
Mr. Vice Chair, I would move to accept the meeting minutes of March 21st, 2024 as drafted.
Second?
All right, motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions.
Aye.
One abstention, and the ayes carry. All right, next on our agenda, we have a scout camping application permit request for May 3rd of this year. I have looked at the gist of it. It's the same troop that we usually have permits for, if it's Troop 502. They've got approximately 30 people to attend. They have listed a contact, and they plan on doing a campfire with the permit requested from the fire department, Conservation Day, trail maintenance and cleanup to follow. So this is going to be the night prior to, and then the night, I believe, of Conservation Day on May 4th. So they do have, all that notified the 3 departments that we usually require, and all their equipment will be packed in and out, and the fire will be thoroughly extinguished, and the area will be checked and cleaned up, which they do always and do a good job at it. So it'd be my recommendation to issue a permit for them.
Mr. Chairman, I move that the permit be issued to the scout camping contingent.
Okay. All right.
Second.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, and any abstentions? So, all right, the ayes carry for the Troop 502. How you doing?
Hi.
You good? You see it? Okay. All right, then, next on our agenda is any updates for Conservation Day. We've got a couple, just minor. We have secured a dumpster for the site over at Lions Park, and we have, Jerry has confirmed that we can get a golf cart from the Golf and Ski Authority, and I know there has been a site visit with the people involved with potentially doing a bridge. It sounds as if that's going to be an after Conservation Day, if it does come to tuition. So I don't know if you wanted to go with that another time, or?
No, we can talk a little bit about that. So we did have Northeast Metro Tech came out, John O'Brien, and a number of students from the carpentry department at the school came out, and they took a look at the existing bridge, and this is not going to be a Conservation Day, certainly not going to be a Conservation Day project. It's more of an after project or a longer term project that we're going to need to put some discussion into
Okay.
going forward.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I still think that as far as the bridge on Conservation Day, I think there are some incremental improvements that could be made, especially on the floorboards at the bridge, which would require a little bit of lumber and some fasteners to shore that up.
So
So
then we should talk again, and maybe try to get materials going, and
maybe something that the scouts might want to work with us on, or
Okay.
perhaps some other folks from the city maybe, or another group
Okay.
could
And-
work on that. But I think, yeah, we should talk about that a little bit more, but I think it would be well worth our while to do that.
Okay, an update, I did send an email to the head of DPW to see if we might be able to get some assistance from them, so I'll let you know once we get any kind of confirmation or not on that. And other than that, it's a matter of dwindling down the decent-sized list of potential projects, and we can continue to discuss that amongst ourselves and offline and come up with a better game plan as it gets closer, so.
And
Any thoughts or anything, just let us, we talk amongst ourselves and let each other know what's what, so. All right, so the next, other than Conservation Day, is our tree program. If we have any updates on that, Mr. Commissioner Malone?
Absolutely, I have my cliff notes ready here. There was some interest in the tree program. So this is our annual tree program, as we know. It's the last Saturday in April. This year, that is April 27th. We start the advertising now for the trees and the orders. The pickup is at City Hall from 9 to 10:30. Those of the commission that are able to make it will be in the parking lot at 8 o'clock a.m. That way, the truck will be here. We will unload. We will sort them into the different tree types, so that, in fact, when the public comes at 9 o'clock, they'll be ready. It will go from 9 to 10:30 for the pickup. So the commitment from us is from 8 to 10:30 for that morning. People have been asking me about that time, so you could plan. When we know before the average count of trees we were able to do via budget was 20 to 25 a year, and through the creativity of my person here, Kevin Meany, and Teresa, with more funding, we are now up to 40 trees this year. So we're having a banner year of 40 trees, and so I only have a couple of questions. And the first one is Teresa. And Teresa, what am I going to ask you?
You're going to ask me how the sales are.
There you go.
Yeah, so sales are going well. We have sold out of the flowering dogwood. So if anybody goes online and looks up the tree form, they'll see that that's sold out. There is availability for the other trees, but they are limited. So if there are people who are interested in purchasing a tree, I would say don't delay.
Do we have a count?
I don't have a number in my head, but I know we have passed the 50% spot.
So give it,
And I get orders each day at this point, so it's, yep.
so here we sit, couple of weeks to go. We're more than 50% sold, beyond expectation that way there, that's going quick. Is there any more thought of any additional notification, or are we just gonna let things go as it is and see how they come in? What's your thought there?
Yeah, maybe word of mouth will help a little too.
Yeah,
People-
Yeah, the city also did put it out on social media, so.
we did,
that's-
okay,
yep.
good. Social media, that's what I meant, Teresa, thank you.
Yep.
So I think, given the social media, given the fact we are where we are, it's not over till it's over, but we're doing pretty good, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Thank you.
Right, very good. All right, next then thanks, Steve, by the way.
Welcome.
Next on the agenda is to possibly schedule a site visit for 10 Karen Road. Is there anybody here? I'm not sure if anyone's here.
No, the owner did tell me
Thank
that
you.
Mondays are best if possible.
Okay. So we do have a request for a possible Monday site walks. I know I myself can't, but I can try to get out there at other times and take a look. Any suggestions or
I can do Monday.
thoughts?
That's this Monday?
Well, this Monday's a holiday,
Yeah, I'd like
so I,
the following.
Okay, so that's the 15th, 22nd. Yeah, I was thinking the meeting was next week, but yeah, we have 2 weeks, so
So the
we could do it the 22nd.
Possibly
right?
Monday, the 22nd? What time would you,
Where is Karen Road? Is that in North Woburn?
It's off of School Street.
Okay. The earliest I could do is 4:20.
That's very specific.
Well, I have a commitment
She's
till
prompt.
4, so I'm thinking, okay, I could probably get there in 20 minutes. so.
What was the date, the 22nd?
possibly April 22nd, yeah, Monday.
I'm good for whatever, that time, 5.
If it goes into a little bit later, then I could more than likely make it.
Oh, yeah.
I
Five?
mean, like 5 o'clock or shortly thereafter. I could probably get there on a Monday.
Would
I-
5:30 be better for you?
No, I think I could do 5. I can go right from work.
Okay, can you do that?
I mean, I just want to make sure I don't have anything going
Wait.
on.
So I have a constraint in there from 4 to 6.
Oh.
I'm not available.
Okay.
Oh,
But
oh,
And I don't know what my schedule
Yeah.
looks like, and I don't have the calendar, so.
I do have an appointment with Maria.
So I may be available, I'm not sure if my other commitment is starting that day or not.
Well, what about the following Monday?
Following Mondays are gonna be tough for me.
That'll be too late.
Oh,
But
okay.
I can go on my own, so I don't
Okay.
wanna hold up the crew.
I might need to request to go to like possibly 5:30.
Fine.
That's fine with me.
Maria has an appointment at 3:30 that I have to take her to.
So I think we have 4 of us that can do, at least 4, that can do 5:30.
Yeah, we'll go with
So
that
we'll
then,
go with the 22nd?
at 5:30. All right. Do we move, were they looking to be notified, I'm assuming?
I will let them know,
Okay, very
absolutely.
good.
If there's an issue, I'll let you know.
All right, so Monday, April 22nd, 5:30 at 10 Karen Road to review their request. All right, and then from there, we've, I guess maybe before we get to business item G, should I check? Is there anything that you were looking to listen?
Do you want me to talk about 76 Lowell Street?
78.
Yeah.
78 Lowell,
Oh, 78?
we did,
So I missed that part.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, and that was our first, yeah, that was the first thing off. It did get closed, that hearing, so we have
A
two,
negative determination was voted.
and we issued a negative determination, which essentially will allow them to do their addition and deck.
So is that all that they want to do, is a deck, or are they doing a garage?
Addition and deck,
No,
I
it's
think.
just an addition.
An addition out back where the existing was, and then a deck.
And they're gonna, I believe, remove, there's a deck that was in a little bit tough shape. I think they're gonna remove that and replace it with a deck. It was,
I just wanted to make sure, because they abut my land.
oh, okay, okay. Jerry, I think he's gonna give,
Oh, that's the one
So,
that,
I went downstairs and I saw
They were
the
so
plans,
good at
and I didn't
restoring
know exactly what they were
one?
going to do.
It's old, isn't it? Thank you.
so he done the,
So their deck will go and touch.
What about all this space? That get taken care of?
Because my land goes into there. My land goes like this, and then that's all, I just wanted to make sure. Okay, can I ask one other question while I'm here?
I'm okay with that, if that's okay with the commission, or?
Should she come up?
Can you step up maybe and just state your name so we could have our note taker and maybe print your name? Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the meeting for that is closed, so we can't make
Okay,
any
no, no.
changes or
I
anything,
just
but
want to ask a question about a tree that fell in conservation land. So because it's old, it fell, is it okay to, like, someone go and chop it down, or no?
is it your property?
Yes.
It's possible that we would probably want to come out and take a look before
Okay.
we issue any kind of decision on that.
Okay.
Yes.
I was just curious.
So,
Nature knocked it down.
Yeah,
yeah,
there's a
so,
lot of dead stuff back
Yes,
there.
there's a lot of dead stuff over there, so.
has it already fallen, or you're
Oh,
concerned
no,
about?
it's fallen.
Oh.
It's like
Go
hanging.
Take a look.
Yeah, yeah, we can go out and take a peek.
Yeah, if you want to give the commission your address, they could probably plan to go out and take a look
Okay.
at it.
84 Lowell Street.
84 Lowell?
Yep. Perfect.
Okay, we can maybe loop that into our April 22nd site walk, or maybe if we individually go up by
Or
there.
even if you're just in the area, just go look at the land
So as we're looking at the people that came here for 78 Lowell Street, you're looking from the street, are you on the left or the left or the right of them?
So I am, okay, here's 78, I'm, to the right,
If you look at the map, it's more like in the back.
to the right of them.
Oh, okay, all right,
It's got to be on the same side of the street.
right,
Yeah.
exactly, so,
Yeah,
okay.
it is.
All right, then we should be able to see him.
Okay,
It sounds like
yeah.
it's obvious. I mean, when we were out there looking, I mean, it's vast, so
Yes.
I don't know exactly where the boundaries were that we were looking at were, so we
Okay.
might have seen what,
Because like when you're in their backyard, you'll see the tree.
okay, I'm sure we probably
Yeah,
did see
you
it.
probably saw it.
All right,
Okay, I was just curious.
okay.
So does the commission have your permission to go on your property if they need to
Absolutely.
see it? Okay.
Absolutely, yeah,
We
go,
appreciate
go
that.
whenever,
Okay.
All right.
okay?
Thank you very much. Take care.
Thank you, all right, have a great night.
No problem, thank you. All right, thanks for that. So next, under G is the proposed revisions to the Mass Wetland Protection Regulations, 310 CMR 10.00. I'll leave that to you.
Yes, so the Massachusetts Department of Environmental Protection has drafted revisions to the Wetlands Protection Act regulations. This has been a process that's been ongoing for years. They came out with the draft regulations right around Christmas time. The extension period, or the comment period was initially 60 days, but at the request of conservation agents and others throughout the state, they did extend that. So now the comment period closes on April 30th. In your envelopes, you did receive the draft comments from the MSMCP, which is the Massachusetts Society of Conservation Professionals. That's the draft comments on a portion of the changes to the regs. It does not cover coastal issues, and it does not cover stormwater management. I do expect they'll have some drafts on those. The coastal, I don't think is necessarily a concern for us, but the other ones I will provide to the commission members when I get them. I would suggest if people would like to make comments that you write a letter yourself. You can either draft it from scratch, you have permission to use what's in the draft, you can take all of it, you can take parts of it, whatever you agree with, put in. But what I understand is that each comment letter is weighted individually. So if the commission were to send a comment letter with everybody's signature, it would count as one letter. If you all send individual letters, that counts as 7 or 8 letters. So I would encourage people to do that if they're able. You don't have to say a ton. If there's stuff you like, that's great. If there's stuff you don't like, this is an opportunity to say it before it becomes promulgated.
Thank you, thank you. Any questions on that, or think straightforward there?
Pretty straightforward.
So, do we have anything else hidden?
Well, I had something I wanted to discuss and then maybe make a motion on. We did receive an application for a notice of intent submitted by Environmental Partners on behalf of the DPW. It was lacking some of the minimal submittal requirements, such as a butter notification, a certified abutters list, and property owner signatures. So the hearing wasn't scheduled because of that, and I think going forward, I was going to make a motion, and unless anybody has any thoughts or discussion about it, I was going to make a motion that we do not schedule this particular public hearing until we receive those sort of minimum submittal requirements.
Would that be requested through the DPW, through the city, or through?
If the commission votes to do that, I will notify the applicant and the applicant's consultant as well, so that they know. I did send out something to the applicant's consultants, and I copied the applicant to say that there were these deficiencies and that it's an incomplete filing. But if the commission votes to not schedule the hearing until those things are received, then I can pass that piece of information on.
I would
I would
strongly
second that.
I would second it,
Yeah, I would second, I mean, yeah, makes
Yeah.
sense.
It's incomplete.
All right, well, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed and abstentions? Hey, the ayes
Was there
carry.
a certain address for that, or?
It's the, yeah, it would be it's citywide pretty much, various stream maintenance. And did you catch who seconded? Because I heard a lot of seconds. I don't,
Between, who's the first?
okay.
All right, well, thanks, Jerry, that's good. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
No problem. I mean, there was a lot of, I mean, I think we got, okay.
I don't know how many people have looked at it, but one of the things that bothered me was that in different areas, they would give the word varies. And what does vary mean? I mean, it's gotta be more specific, and we made, for those of you that were with us when we did this the first time, we made some mistakes, and we don't wanna make those mistakes again.
So once we reach out to them and request the additional information, then they'll have the opportunity, once it becomes a hearing, and we can get those specifics on that wording and things like that, so.
So when they make it a complete filing and submit the lacking information, then we'll schedule a hearing and.
Right, exactly,
get into
and
it.
then we'll go
Absolutely.
business as usual from there. All right, then if there's nothing else, anyone wanted to add or hidden agendas, we can have another.
Mr. Vice Chair, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed and abstentions?
The ayes carry.
Ayes